So the first thing we're going to use is our cooking spatula, and we're going to put the edge on our roof. So we do that by doing this. Turn it on its side where you use the offset, use a little bump on it. Alright? Do it like that. And turn it on its side, and you just lift that out. Like that. Very, very, very simple. So now you can see how we roughed out the top. We've got that nice and close. We've got that ring around the top using the offset spatula, and then we've moved down. We've put another offset into it, made the tower look a slightly bit thinner. We're going to clean that up as well, but this is just roughing out. So we've done another tower below. We've got two staircases, one to the left, and then we come back up and one to the right, and then we've got a lot of sand piled up against the base, and I'll show you what we make that into later. But then we've got the staircase here, goes up there. So this is how we're doing it. This is the basic roughing out we're doing with our sandcastle. Alright, so we've taken away that bucket shape, and it's also possible to change the shape of other things, and we'll show you how to do that next. So let's look at another way you can change the shape. We've got round towers at the moment, and whilst they're very pretty, they're fine. But if you can introduce another shape element to it, it's a lot better, okay? Remember, you've got to change your elements. Anyway, whatever, moving on. Look, like this. You can make this into a hexagonal tower by going straight down with the big spatula. This is what it's really good for, is making those perfectly straight, clean cuts all the way down to the staircases, like that. So we can turn this castle, or this tower, into a hexagonal tower and make it nice and clean like that. Alright? It also does the staircase cuts really clean, and we leave ourselves with lots of different shapes and things to play with. Alright? So that's one of the bonuses of it. Change the shape of your sandcastle. Surprise yourself. Go for it. It's a pile of sand and water. You can't hurt it. Everybody says, I don't want to ruin it. Ruin what? It's a pile of sand and water. You can put another one up in 10 minutes. Well, Dad's shoveling, you can. So what's the next stage? Well, the next stage is putting a door in. So why don't we just draw the door? Always draw the door with your pencil. Use your pencil. It's just a lot easier. So make sure the surface is flat. Okay. Put your door in like this. Just draw the door. Nice round door. I like round top doors. I think they look more castle-like. Okay, like that. Draw around the outside. And then your spatula. Okay, you need your spatula because you're going to go across the door at an angle. Alright, and then you're going to take the side of the door off with the spatula, like that. It's going to make it look as if there's a gap between the spatula. And what don't we do? We don't touch it with our fingers. Stop that. This is what this is for. Okay, if you want finer detail, what you do is you get your pencil, and you put your pencil around the outside of it to release the bottom of the door, get that thing scratched out more accurately around the top of the door. Right, and then what you can do is do some detailing. If we want a window, real castles had shuttered windows, so we're going to do that right now. We're going to make a V, make a small V. If you want to check it's a V, you've already got one on your spatula on the corner of it. So put it in there and just lift it up. And then you just go chop, 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 and make a shuttered window. Very, very, very simple thing we use all the time. So we've got a door, we've got a window, but we've already made a mistake. Can anybody tell me what it is? Okay, I'll tell you what it is. So we've got the top of our castle, and what we need to do now is put some shingles on it. So we do the horizontal lines first, okay? I'm going to try and do them all the way around so you can see them. Now everybody worries about clean, neat and tidy. Well, I'm afraid that castles, well, some were very, very exactly made. A lot of them use randoms. Random tile, random rock, random stone. Okay, and that means their materials varied in size. So what you can do is put one line in and then you go either side. You stagger the lines. No checkerboards. I'll be watching. Yes, I can see you on YouTube, don't worry. So you put like that, you bang this out. Mechanical pencils just don't smash the thing to pieces like other pencils do. And yes, there is a difference. You have to have the 0.7 millimeter leads, not 0.5, not 0.9, 0.7. Okay, so you do that, and then you don't touch it with your big fat fingers. No, you use your straw. Okay. And that gives you that beautiful texture, okay, on the shingles on the ceiling. Very, very simple. Don't need to worry about anything. Just do that and you'll come out fine every time. So let's go through the rules again. Every sandcastle is made of wet sand, wet sloppy sand. You always shape it like a pyramid, wide at the base, thin at the top. And then always, always, always use your tools and work from the top to the bottom. So we've done the shingles, we've done a door, we've got a window in there. And now, before we do the stairs, we're going to make it out of rocks. We're going to make the pillar out of rocks. So I'm going to zoom in here and show you how to do this. I put my pencil on the sand like this and just knock out these rocks very, very quickly, and then blow them out. And then that's what this is for. Your fluffy duster, it'll soften the surfaces of those stones. Okay, very gently dust it, and then put the dark lines back around the stones again, and that makes them look as if they're sitting upon on top of one another. They're not just a big blob of sand. All right. So try and get those as defined as you can, and you'll see if we zoom in exactly what they look like. So we've got them sort of underneath that lip on the tower, and what that does is that the shingles have got one textured surface, then there's a clean surface, then there's another textured surface, and this is what helps to bring your castles to life. Contrast, light and dark, rough and smooth. Those are the main things, okay? But that's how you do it. You don't go crazy with the stones all over the place. It is very therapeutic, and you can do that a lot, but it's not really what we're after. So now we're going to do some stairs. So we're going to show you how to do that very gently, and you use your trusty spatula. This guy, this is what you need, and then you go down, in, down, in, down, in. Now if a piece breaks off, don't worry about it. It's going to be an old staircase, okay? Every time you cut a step on a circular tower like this, you aim this part of the spatula towards the point. So we're always aiming towards the center of our circle. Don't use your fingers, use your hands. If things break off, don't worry. Everybody's obsessed with things. It's ruined. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's a sandcastle. You don't have to worry about that. Okay? And when you've got a broken step, you can try and stick sand back on, but it's no point. Why don't we just dust it and make it look like a... See how it softens the edges? Do it like that. Okay? And then we just scrape them off very gently. Use your tools, not your fingers. If you do that, it'll be a lot easier. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut in a little tiny 45-degree cut underneath. And that way we can make more buildings underneath our sandcastle. So we're going to make another little building here. And if you want to introduce some really quick texture, just pick out with your spatula, just pick the actual surface out. And then we can do this and put a little edge on our towers, a little roof line, using our spatula, nice and straight, okay? And then get rid of the debris with your tools, not your fingers.